Hello to everyone. Hello to all chess fans. I'm Farrukh Amonatov, and again with you. Today we will check and observe seventh and eighth round of Grand Prix cycle. So it's a qualified tournament, and first game which I want to discuss, section boys section under 16, two leaders playing Babazada Hazar against Pranav V. So it's a very important round, and we'll check. First move was e4. Babazada Hazar was white, and Pranav V is black. Pranav, as I remember, 5 out 6. So it's very important. Round, as I said, and Hazar is 4.5 out 6. So e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop e5, a6, bishop a4, knight f6. So Rui Lopez, castles b5, bishop b3, and bishop c5. Okay, favorite opening of Alexei Shirov. Nowadays he playing in Grand Suisse, as you know, and this opening uh, giving him really very good results. So bishop c5, a4, rook b8, c3, d6. It's still theory. All these moves, d4, bishop b6, capture, capture, and knight a3. Nowadays it's like main line. So all these moves is a theory, so nothing special, so not necessarily to explain. Black sacrificing his pawn on b5, but for this pawn, black getting very good piece playing. So bishop g4 is logical move, yes, and it's happened. Bishop g4 attacking knight on f3, making pin and pressing on d4 pawn. And Hazar played bishop c2. So everything is fine, and now Pranav V is thinking. So many moves here, but okay, the main line is ed4, and it's happened. Yes, cd4 or knight bd4. Some players playing. So idea like this. I will show you some few moves. Takes, pawn takes, bishop takes f3, and if queen f3, black taking on d4 by bishop, of course, and gf3, and position is critical. Position is this one. So black is pawn down, but oh, white king is bit open, and black can try attack him something like knight h5 and queen h4, and okay, just position is very very complex. We'll wait. Yeah, okay, so white took on d4 by pawn. Oh, sorry, by pawn. Yes, I see position right now, and white took on d4 by pawn. So we have choice between bishop f3 and knight h5, or some players playing rook e8. So it's very interesting position. Let's see how Pranav will play in this moment. Hazar took on d4 very fast, and he took by pawn, not by knight. And one more option, as I remember in this variation, is d5. d5 fixing pawn structure, fixing d4 pawn, and trying to press on the central pawns. Tough to say what is good. All moves is playable, so we'll wait. I think both of players is prepared well. They know well this line. Probably both of them playing this variation, so it will be interesting, I think. Okay, before Pranav is thinking, I want to discuss also about one more game of girls section, also under 16. There, three players is leading. Anh Nguyen from Vietnam, Sim Jiaru, and Diana Lomaya. Between these players will be big fight. I think so. We'll check one of the game. Okay, we'll check game of the leader. Maihan N. Nguyen against Shubankova Veronica. Veronica is white. And we'll check from the first moves. D4, knight f6, e3. Wow, like this. Okay, so in rapid games, even we can play like this also. E3, e6, f4 directly. Wow. So it's some kind of Dutch variation from white side. c5, knight f3, knight c6, c3. d5, bishop d3, bishop d6, castles, h6, knight e5, queen c7, knight bd2, knight d2, capture, capture, and bishop d7. Okay, so if you're playing by white color and you occupy e5 square by your knight, so it's only one plan for you will be in this position, attack opponent king. So it's logical. White will try to bring all his pieces on the king side. So something like maybe knight f3, queen e2, maybe bishop d2, bishop e1, bishop h4, something like this. So we'll check how Veronica playing this position. She played queen e2. Okay, natural move. a6. Now knight df3. For your understanding why Veronica played queen e2 first, more logical looks to play knight f3. But I I think, of course, I'm not sure, but I thought that she was a bit scary about knight e4, like this. Black also occupating e4 square by his knight, and okay, just it's not so bad. For this reason, Veronica played first queen e2 to prevent any ideas with knight e4, and only after that she playing knight df3, knight e7, bishop d2. Okay, queen b6, rook a b1, pawn is hanging. It's fine. And black played bishop b5. Absolutely natural move. Black trying to trade his bad bishop, light square bad bishop. Looks absolutely natural. And bishop e1. Okay. Then bishop d3. Knight takes d3. And rook c8. Why rook c8? I don't know. I don't know why rook c8. So it looks like white last move was bishop e1, as you see. Okay, not last move, but at this moment, white played bishop e1. So she's showing that she want to play bishop h4. So I think maybe slightly better will be to play knight f5 to prevent any white's ideas with bishop h4. But leader not care about this bishop, and simply she played on rook c8. But what about bishop h4 now? Okay, it's happened. Bishop h4. Veronica played, and knight f5 now. So if you played bishop h4, so in my opinion, without any thinking, you need to take on f6 and play this position. Yes, we're losing e5 square because pawn will come on f6, but at least for this, we made weak black king side, so maybe it's not so bad. So g4 I want to push, but rook g8 is coming, so maybe king h1 with the idea to push pawn on g4 and attack this active knight on f5. Of course, black will play h5, and not so easy to understand who is better. Black piece is bit active, but pawn structure is not so great, and king still in the center. Very complex position. And okay, we can slowly prepare g4, something like rook g1, maybe g4. It's too risky, right? But what's else? What's else? Or maybe c4, b3, c4, but it's also a bit risky. So it's really, really interesting position. Maybe queen f2, knight h4, somehow to remove or trade this active knight from f5. Okay, let's see how. Okay, they're still thinking. Yeah, position right now like this. And Veronica is thinking. Both girls playing really very fast. After after 17 moves, they spend only two minutes. So both of them playing really very fast without any deep thoughts. Okay, maybe these type of positions both of them know very well. and not um how to play. So bishop f6 I like, but same time I don't see any good plan for white after that. So maybe not necessarily to take, but other way, black will bring his knight on e4, and this knight will stay permanent on the central square. He will stay permanent on this. Oh, and Veronica, wow. Veronica simply played bishop f2. Very interesting decision. So one move before she played bishop h4, her opponent played knight f5, and she going back on f2. Bit unlogical. Bit unlogical to play like this. We improved opponent knight. She played knight f5, and after that we're playing bishop f2. Oh, it's not sure that it's so great. Not sure that it's so great, but okay, let's see. And now Nguyen is thinking. So which move I can recommend for her? Maybe simply knight e4. Oh, I got idea of Veronica. I think I'm not sure, but I think maybe she waiting that her opponent will play knight e4, and after that she will push her pawn on g4. Something like this. Something like this, maybe. It's one idea, maybe, and second idea, maybe she planning after knight e4 to play knight d2, somehow remove our opponent knight like this. Yeah, maybe even like this. It's also possible. Yeah, I can't say that black have any problems in this position. Like um when you playing these type of positions, white trying to play for attack on the king side, but I not see that Veronica trying to play aggressive. So she improved, of course, her dark score bishop, but after bishop h4, she played bishop f2. Looks bit untypical. Okay, anyway, it's her game, so maybe she have some other thoughts about this position. Okay, before she's thinking, we'll check voice action and what is there. 1 second, sorry. Yeah, Pranav, Babazada Hazar against Pranav, and right now position like this. Okay, yes. So black pushed his pawn on d5. Yeah, we stopped watching in this moment. Uh, oh, whoa, so interesting. You see, after d5, white offered a draw. Hazar offered draw, but Pranav declined. And okay, just right now, position is like this. h3, bishop h5, bishop e3, and Pranav pushed his pawn on f5, like this. Oh, Pranav thoughts a lot, I think. He's 8 minutes against 13, almost 13 minutes. But he's very confident in himself, and he declined by black color, by pawn down. He's really a big fighter. Big fighter. Okay, so like in Russia, we're saying he believe in his star. Okay, so perfect. Why not? As I know, today is a very big holiday in India, so I think he believes in himself. He believes that he will play successfully today. So why not? Why not? Let's check. EF6. EF6 Hazard took, and now I think we need to take by queen. Queen takes f6 to activate queen. The last piece which is not made any one move is a queen on d8, so it looks absolutely natural to take by queen, and directly with threatenings to win a pawn on f3 after bishop takes f3. Okay, and Hazard playing bishop d3, he's sacrificing pawn on f3, so he not care about this pawn. Okay, let's check before Pranav is thinking take on f3 or not. We'll check this position. Let's say takes, queen takes, and what now? 4 pawns against 4 pawns. By material, it's equal, but pair of bishops of white on a board 7. Of course, h3, b2 also weaknesses. Okay, maybe approximately equal, I can say. But honestly, no, not. I can't say that it's equal. I think white anyway is better, slightly, but better. Directly, he can try to play king g1, maybe bishop e2, rook f c1, attacking knight on b5, on c6, and pawn on c7 will be hanging. Anyway, I think slightly white better. Not much, of course, but bit easy to play for white this position, because directly he can start to make some threats and some ideas we can find in his position. So king g2, for example. If rook b8, maybe rook c1 immediately attacking knight. If knight going somewhere, let's say knight e7, we can capture on c7. If he will go on b4, for example, something like this, okay, maybe bishop e2, removing his rook, maybe rook f7 to support a pawn on c7, maybe then f3. Yeah, slightly, but anyway, white is better. Yeah, okay, very interesting. Very interesting decision from Hazar. He simply played bishop d3. Very interesting. And right now, okay, so it's happened on a board. Pranav took on f3. Queen takes f3. It was in the game. Capture, take, and bishop e2. Oh, even Hazard played much better than myself. When I show you this variation, I took on f3 by pawn, but of course it's a wrong. Of course it's making weak white king, and of course not necessarily for black to took on f3. And directly he can play maybe knight g5, something like this. An attack will be really very dangerous. Queen takes g5, and maybe bit later take on f4 or d4, maybe rook f4. No, it's of course it's not so great. And of course, the correct move is queen takes f3, not gf3. Queen takes f3. It's much better. Sorry, my fault. So Hazard took on f3 by queen. Capture. Rook takes f3, bishop e2, immediately attacking rook. And what about rook h3? Rook capture h3. Why he's sacrificing? Maybe something like bishop is g4 and bishop e6 will be there. For example, rook takes h3, bishop g4 directly attacking rook. Only move is rook h4, no any choice. Bishop e6 check. King h8, for example, and simply take on d5, something like this. But some checks there, rook g4, rook h4, at least some activities for black rook. Okay, maybe not necessarily to take. Yes. Maybe we can play some other move, maybe rook c1, and always we will keep this idea. Okay, yeah, maybe rook c1, for example. And bishop on e6 as well, and pawn on d5 always hanging, c7 is hanging. Yeah, maybe for this reason, Pranav decided not to take pawn on h3, and he simply played rook f6. It was in the game, and now rook ac1, Hazard played, potentially attacking knight on c6 and pawn on c7, and his opponent played rook f8. And right now, position like this. Okay, interesting. So, 4 pawns against 4 pawns, pair of bishops of white, but some weaknesses in white position. Islands, 4 islands in white position, h3, f2, d4, and b2 pawns. Tough to say. Evaluation of this position. Okay. I thought first my thoughts was slightly better for white. Yeah, maybe still I'm thinking same. Slightly better for white, but how to play, I don't know. I don't know how to play. Um, Knight c3, I thought, but knight c3, even d4 is a hanging pawn. I don't want to leave from b5 by my knight. But what else? f3 to remove his knight is too much because knight g3 is coming. Yeah, two really very good players and two leaders playing. So for sure, they both of them is talent players, and they're playing really very good chess. Bishop g4. Bishop g4 Hazard played, and what now? What's his idea? Maybe some idea to play bishop d7. Bishop d7, somehow disturb knight from c6. But okay, at least rook g6 always black can play, for example, like this, with idea to play h5. And h5 is really very dangerous threat. So king h2. And what now? And what now? And what now? And again, back maybe rook gf6. And again, attacking pawn on f2 like this. Because f3 now. Oh, f3 now is coming. It's not a threat because after. Oh no, it's a threat and it's a really unpleasant threat. Fe4, rook f1, and the rook takes c6. White want to take. Okay, we can play knight d6, honestly. Maybe it's not so dangerous. Because if rook c6, knight takes b5 is coming. If knight takes d6, rook takes d6. And now, pawn on d4 is hanging. And bishop on g4 maybe not so great right now. Some ideas with g6, h5 always is coming. Yeah, maybe even like this, black can try to play. Okay, let's all wait. Pranav still thinking, and he's spending time. As you see, he have only 4 minutes on a clock against 10 minutes of Hazard. Okay, yeah, in time pressure, it's not so great. I know Pranav are playing really very fast and very well in Blitz, but it's not a Blitz game, it's a rapid. So it's absolutely different game. And with less time, it's too much, it's too risky. So he must be careful. He must be careful. So he's thinking now what to do right now. And even if you remember, he declined draw. So he trying to win his opening. He's searching some active, some aggressive possibilities. I'm sure. But I don't see any aggressive possibilities for black right now. Only what I showed you, rook g6, something like this. Something like this. Okay, and he played rook 8 f7. Like this. Okay, of course, he preventing bishop d7. But, like, I'm not sure, honestly, in this move. Prevention move, of course, is well. Prevention move, of course, is well when you're making some threats. But simply to make preventing move without any threats, I'm not big fan of this. I like to make to make prevention, but with some threats. Okay, yeah, but for white, it's also not so easy to make a move, right? Knight c3, knight c3, knight c3. Okay, knight d4, knight d5 is coming, so for sure, black need to think about something about knight d4. Okay, it's too much. Knight d5 is coming, and so many pieces is hanging. Rook on f6, bishop on b6. So I don't like this move. But what to do? Take on c3 is not logical because after b takes c3, two black pieces will be really very passive. Now bishop on b6 and knight on c6 blocked by the by white d4 pawn, so it's also not so great. And even white slightly but improved his pawn structure. B pawn, D pawn was the islands, and now white improving. So for me it's not so great. But how to play, I don't know. Maybe somehow to save a pawn on d5, maybe knight b4, something like this. Knight b4 and knight staying bit active. Some ideas with knight d3 is coming. So maybe it's not so bad. I like this move. So I probably I will play like this in my game. If I will play by white by black colors this position, I prefer to play by like this knight b4. But it's not my game. It's Pranav game, and he played simply knight e7. Oh, sorry, knight e7 I see on the board. Uh, sorry, white, like this. Yeah, now this move on the board, he played knight e7. Knight e7, knight e7. What's difference? I'm trying to understand what's difference between knight b4 and knight e7. From knight b4, I see some ideas, some active ideas like knight d3, but from knight e7, Mm, not so much, not so much active possibilities. Okay, knight f5, one of idea, but knight f5 directly we cannot to play because d5 pawn will be hanging. So, for example, if Hazar will play something like king g2, for example, and what black can play here, knight c6 not possible, d5 is hanging. Knight c3 we decided that it's not so good. And what now? Maybe c6, and after that maybe try to play something like knight f5 and press white piece bishop on e3, pawn on d4. Okay, yeah, makes sense to play knight e7. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. And Hazar now is thinking after knight e7, he trying to decide what to do now. He trying to decide what to do now. Okay, we will back a bit later. Let's check our girls, and it's okay. Well, really very interesting position I see. Uh, wait. We stopped to look after bishop f2. Yes, after bishop f2, Veronica played. Her opponent pushed g5. Yes, it's a playing of leader. You see, g5, very aggressive. So she's already playing well. She's already have a good standing. But anyway, it's really very fight spirit. Very nice. g5. Anyway, she going forward. Perfect. Knight e5. Her opponent played. Veronica played knight e5. And simply rook c7. Rook c7 looks a bit strange for me. What's the reason to play rook c7? Maybe she wanted to save her king and bring king on queen side, king d8, king c8, king b8, something like this. But for me it's not natural. You know, if we play g5 so continuously, in my opinion, we need to play aggressive. Maybe rook g8, maybe I don't know, g4, even g takes f4. For me looks more natural. Rook c7 bit bit passive for me. G4, yes. Knight g7. Oh, if black need to play knight g7, of course, black position will be not so great. Knight on g7 staying really very bad. Right now, I'm sure absolutely that Veronica have a really very big advantage because, okay, knight staying really very bad on g7, and for sure white will be always very good here. So I have g5, bishop, I don't know, g3 or e3 somewhere, and the white getting really very nice position. Wow. So I think Nguyen leader in big trouble. Bishop g3 she played directly, knight e4, king g2, rook e7, knight f2, capture, take, and right now, okay, rook g8 she played, Rook h1 looks absolutely natural move. Knight f5. Wow. Why not h5? Who can tell me? Like h5, we're trying to trade our weak pawn. And if your opponent will play something like g5, okay, always, anytime you can bring your knight on f5. But what's the reason to play knight f5 right now? Who can tell me? King f3. Wow, it's nice, really nice. f6. Wow, it's nice game, really nice game. I like it. Awesome. You know. Okay. Takes. Takes. And white took on e5. Bishop is hanging, so black have a choice, take on f5. But after ef5, I'm a bit worried about rook h6. Rook h6, and after that, black will be in big trouble, right? It's a pin, king on e8. Oh no, wait. Bishop takes e5 is possible. Bishop takes e5. Black sacrificing his queen on b6, but after rook g3, checkmate on a board. So nice. It's so nice trick. But 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 Nguyen played a rook f7. Rook f7, she pinning, so take on d6 is too much because after rook f5, king e3 and rook e5. Wow. Nguyen is the real leader of the tournament, and look how great she sees some tricks and some tactical possibilities. Very nice. And what opponent played? King e3, bishop e5 anyway is coming, or even rook f5 is also coming. So maybe rook h5 is the best way somehow to save pawn on f5 and playing like this. But but suddenly she played f6. And okay, I will ask you, chess fans, black to move in this position. And I have a simple question. Black to move, what do you think how to play? Don't look at the game, don't look notation, please. You will enjoy, you will really enjoy if you will find by yourself next black move. Rook takes f6. Brilliant. Brilliant tactical possibilities. ef6 and again rook g3 checkmate is coming. Perfect. Rook f6, it's happened. Veronica played king e3, bishop takes e5. Very easy, and Nguyen won 2 pawns easily. Queen h5 check. Oh, I missed it, honestly. I missed it. I missed it. Oh, sorry. I thought that black simply winning 2 pawns, but I missed queen h5. e5 is hanging. King e7, it's happened in the game. Queen takes, and right now this position, rook g5, and white simply played queen h2. And again, it's very complex position. White is pawn up, piece up, but king on e3. But same time, black king also on e7. So position still is very, very complex. Still is very, very complex, and it's really very tough to evaluate this position. Who is better? I can't say for you because so many possibilities. Okay, what to do now? Uh, Black's idea to take on d4, let's say, and then rook e6, and starting continuously playing for attack, and what white can do. So natural move looks like knight d3, and if black will take on d4, takes rook e6 check, and we can play simply king d2. I don't see any dangerous checks. Queen a5 check is possible, but at least we have b4, queen a2 check, and rook b2. And if we saved our king, with piece up, I think it should be easily winning position. Yes. What else? If she will take on d4, then white can start to attack queen c7. Some checks is there, and at least always she can make perpetual. But maybe she can try something more. Maybe rook e1, simply trying to trade pieces and preventing of queen e3. Yeah, maybe even like this. I don't know, rook b1 or rook he1. Both moves looks for me absolutely well. Okay. Uh I think now uh leader of the tournament in big trouble. Yes, and position right now. Oh no. She not took Veronica directly played king d2. She not took on d4 and she played king d2. Okay, maybe even like this is possible. Even like this is possible. Wow. Suddenly, uh, I I was so glad after rook f6 about Nguyen position, but right now I am understanding that Veronica is up and she can win. She can win her opponent, and after that, it will be really very uh, unclear situation in a tournament. So she will try to fight for two first places. Rook f5? A rook f5. Very interesting move. So I think she's planning to take on c3 and play rook f2, but it's white to move, of course, and white starting to attack black king. Rook e1 directly, king, I don't know, king f7, for example, and maybe even queen e2 we can play, because now takes on c3, pawn takes c3, no time for rook f2 because the rook queen on b6 is hanging, and queen going inside. Queen e8 is a real is a really very queen e8 or queen e7 is really very dangerous threats. Very interesting. And what to do now? Nguyen played king d7. King d7, king d7, but anyway, I can play queen e2. Queen e2, and again, I'm threatening to go inside queen e8 or queen e7, and it looks like position of white is winning. Position looks really very well. So looks like Veronica will win this game. Let's we'll check our boys action because I think Veronica will win this position easily. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, we will check bit later. uh quickly. Oh, this game was draw, so let's will continuously check Veronica game. Later we will check Pranav game, so we know results. So um this game is still going, and now okay, Veronica thinking, so she need to make some important decision. But okay, just in my opinion, any any white move will be fine in this position. Even if you okay, not rook e2 I thought to play, but dc3 and the rook on b1 will be hanging. So which move? Maybe queen e2. Okay, just queen e2. For me, it's an absolutely natural move. And oh, so interesting. She played queen b8. Queen b8 without any fear. No fear. No fear. Queen b8. Rook f2 is nothing, but maybe if I will take on c3, pawn takes c3, and rook f2, yeah, but it's nothing. Knight takes, rook takes, and simply I can play king c1. And I thinking that Veronica calculated this variation and she played queen b8. Queen b8. Yeah, looks easily winning. And what else? So black position is losing, or what? Queen e8 is coming. Knight e5, also some possibilities. Yeah. Okay, rook f8 maybe. Rook f8. We'll check this move. Rook f8. And white can do here. Some idea with knight c5 is also there. If queen c5, queen takes b7. But okay, I don't like sacrifice material if I have a good position. So I prefer to make any other move. Okay, knight e5 looks absolutely normal. Knight e5 check. If king going on e file, e7 or e6, at least always I have discover. At least knight c4 check, king, I don't know, king f7, I can take on f8, and then I capturing b6 queen, and position will be easily winning. Yes. So, but okay, no choice. If rook takes, queen takes, and game is over. Wow. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Nguyen played rook e6. Rook takes e6 looks absolutely normal. Yes, queen takes e6, and now knight c5. No, knight c5. She missed. Oh, perfect, perfect. And now situation in a tournament is really very unclear. Veronica won a leader, so it's very interesting. Tournament going now. Two players, as I said, Nguyen, Diana Lomaya and Sim Jiaru was leaders, three top uh, places, and one of them lost right now. Okay, we'll check some other games from this tournament from leaders. Okay, Diana won her game, and uh, it's very nice. It's very nice. As you know, all of us we have all, I mean, our favorite players, and all of us we trying to follow our favorite players. Of course, like a commentator. I cannot follow some of players, but of course, anyway, I have my favorites players. I not will tell you who is, but I have. Okay, Diana won. It's interesting. And what about? Wow, two first places lost in this round. And even Sim Jiaru also lost against a Russian girl Yakimova Maria. And right now it's really very interesting situation. Okay, and let's check Pranav game. What happened there? So Babazada Hazar from the first moves was ready and was agree to make a draw, and even he offered draw. But Pranav declined drawish ideas. But anyway, it's happened. So let's check. Knight e7. Yes. Knight a4. Okay, Hazard decided to trade the dark square bishop. Knight f5. Bishop takes f5. So he making simplification his position. Takes. Rook c8 check. Rook f8. And Hazard played really very solid in this game. So he made plan for himself to make a draw in this game. So he following his plan. Okay, very interesting. Rook c8, rook c7, and it was 3 times repetition. Very nice. Okay, very solid, like, very clear game from both players. I like it. It's really very high quality game. Who else? Who else uh in this section is leader? One of the leader, Krishna Rohit. I specially check chess results. I know all the results, but today, just once again decided to check, and I see that one of the leader losing also. Krishna Rohit, one of the leader, and he's piece down and totally losing position against Lutsko Artyom. Only 11 seconds in Krishna clock and piece down. Position, of course, is absolutely losing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. In the seventh round, so many interesting results. Yeah, okay, just king f8 looks absolutely natural, not necessary to lose a pawn. Oh no, he took on e4. But is it so clear? Oh, no, it's clear. It's clear. Rook takes e4, I think, will be right now. And after that, rook takes, pawn takes, and simply knight c3. Black winning one of the pawn, and this position should be easily losing. I think so. I'm not sure absolutely, but I think so. Yeah, I think it's losing. Or maybe um, even yeah, okay, yes, now I got it. Not necessarily to give him chance to push his pawn on a4, so I can play simply king e5 and king takes e4. This position should be easily winning, and simply we will try to make to to make opposition and win this endgame. Yeah, this position should be fine. So very interesting round. Very interesting round. Let's check what happenings. Oh, okay. Position right now like this. Even Krishna decided to keep rooks on a board and he played the rook b7. Not sure. Knight d6, king e6, g4, capture, takes, and okay, just clearly piece up and totally losing position. Yeah, not so interesting to continuously watch this position because, okay, position is losing and for sure Artyom will win this game. What else? What else? Oh, I see very interesting position. No, but it's interesting, but it's losing. Okay. Exchange up Aditya Samant against Po Hua Tian. Exchange up. Just simply exchange up. Yeah, simply king d2 or king. Yeah, king d2 looks absolutely natural. And even b8, when b8 queen, when white will promote new queen, it's coming with a check. So, okay, at least rook d6 now. White can make check. King somewhere. I don't know. King c4 maybe. Oh, e3 is coming, but it's not dangerous, right? But it's not dangerous. I can push my pawn on b7. Check. Okay, check and check. King d1. e2 check. King d2 or king, I don't know, king d2 or king e1. Both moves is possible, I think. Maybe king e1 without chances to make any bishop e3. King e1 looks more natural. More natural. Yeah, it should be. Or bishop h2. Bishop h2, some idea. With bishop bishop g3 check. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not so simple. Wait. Give me a second. So it's not must be dangerous for white. Oh, how to play. Okay, at least I can play simply rook g4 to prevent any e3, and after that simply push my pawn on b7, and it's easily winning position. So I prefer to play like this. Okay, let's check what was in the game. Yeah, it's happened. Okay, even sometimes I can find correct way. King e5, bishop a7. It was in the game. I'm showing you game. Rook g8, king d4, new queen, check, and okay, just last chance. Po Tian trying to keep bishop, but of course position is totally losing. Queen e5 check, and okay, just rook c8 is enough, or rook g4 is enough. Any move is winning for white in this position. Yeah, rook c8, last check. Yeah, and game is over. So what to say? Sad. Oh, he can. Okay, I can give you one life hack. You can play till the checkmate. Because who knows? Maybe your opponent will lose connection. Yeah, it's a joke, of course, but I find that some players playing till the mate. Maybe for this reason. I don't know. Maybe for this reason. Okay. What's else? Nothing else, right? Other games is over in this section. Okay, let's check some running games is going. Oh, that's enough. On the 18, yeah, it's losing already position. What else? What else? On the 18, okay, no. Yeah, it was interesting round. Many leaders lost. Oh, I see one game. The boys section under 12 against Kong Xiangrui. Kong Xiangrui, and right now, white to move. C2 is coming. C2 is coming, and it's really very dangerous. But wait, maybe rook d8 was some chance to checkmate your opponent, no? What about rook d8? In time pressure, moves like this really very unpleasant. For example, okay, if c2, rook h8 is checkmate, of course, it's very easy, but the opponent can play king h7, and after that you can take on h5. And again, you're threatening to checkmate after bishop h4, bishop h5. So he need to search some only move like g5 maybe, fg5, c2 now, and then okay, you can make a check. King g7 is bad because rook h7, and we're winning rook on c7. King g6 is only move, and bishop d3 check. And again, if black will go on the 7 rank, we're making check and taking c7, rook f5, and again we're capturing. Wow. So that's it. Oh, okay. Just I thought maybe white winning, but it's draw, of course. Check, check, king d6, capture, and bishop takes c2, making draw. But of course, draw is a good result in this position, I thought, no? Or even, why are you playing bishop d3? Try to play active, try to search some active possibilities for yourself. But he played bishop d3, and of course now rook endgame will be absolutely losing. I think very easy way to play something like rook g2, rook g4, and okay, slowly playing this endgame. Yeah, it should be, yeah, it's losing. It's losing. Okay, what then? Um, check king f3, king g5, rook d7. Oh, so you must to keep g7 pawn. Without g pawn, it's a draw. Kong Xiangrui. Yes, of course, he played rook e7, h4. Okay. Then what? Okay, I see easy way. h3, king g3 check, king h2, and simply rook f3 now. If rook staying on e7, of course, it's not great because he cannot save f5 pawn. And after rook takes f5, two connecting pawns, it's easily winning. So, but, he played rook g5. Take, and this position is equal. Ladies and gentlemen, this position is equal. If he know how to do it, Ivan, so he can save position. Only one, okay, just, of course it's not easy, but it's theoretically draw. Rook b7, he playing correct, check like this, rook e3, and you need to keep your rook on b8 or on a8, and just waiting, nothing else. Rook b6 he playing, okay, yeah, rook b8 is correct. Yes, keep your rook. Keep your rook. Just play rook a8, not necessarily to play rook b4. Absolutely. Rook b4. Check. Yes. So, and now this position. So black can try to play like this. King g4 with the idea to cut king on the last rank. If black will cut white king on the last rank, it's over. As maximum as possible, you must to keep your king on the second rank. You cannot to go down. If you will go down, position is losing. So how to keep his king on the second rank? Like this, you can make a check on g8, king f4, and again back on b8. And just staying and playing this position, not giving for black to cut our king on the last rank. Only like this, even. Let's see. Yeah, it's happened in the game. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Perfect. So he knows theory, theoretical endgame. Let's check. It will be interesting. Of course, black will try very hard, but okay. King h3 only. Ivan, go. If you're listening myself right now, just don't go on the first rank by king. Okay. Yeah, keep your rook. Rook a8 simply. No, rook b5, not so good. Mm. It's possible move, of course, but not necessarily, I think. Not necessarily. But okay, it's also possible. Okay, never mind. King g5, okay, going back, rook b8. Of course, black will try very hard and many moves, but yeah, king f4, king f4. Why on b8? Why not on a8? What's the reason to keep king on b8? Okay. King f3. Okay, going forward. King h3. Mm-hmm. F4. And okay, we can capture. We can take this pawn. Let's easily draw. King h4. If king g2, we make king check. It's nothing. It's not dangerous. What else? I don't know how black will try. King f2. So it's no, no, no. Um, oh wait. Sorry. Not king g4. Um, yeah, rook b2 check, rook e2, and simply rook b1. And f3, for example, we're simply playing king h3. This position is draw. So what else he can do? Okay, let's check. Yeah, king f2. Kong played, and right now even move. So how to play? How to play? Rook b2, as I said, is fine. Or maybe even rook b1 directly also possible without check. Without check on b2, rook b1, and after f3, king h3 and king h2. King staying on the short side, the rook on the long side. This position is equal. So like this, he can save his game. But even made check on b2, rook b2 check, rook e2. It's happened. Oh no, sorry. It's my. I know. Yeah, this position right now, rook e2, and he must to play rook b1, I think. Rook b1, or even okay, rook b3 he played. Rook b3, or maybe rook b3 even also possible. King g2, king g4, f3, king h3. Yeah. Okay, very nice, very nice. Defendings for 12 years old. Ivan, it's really very great. He knows his endgame and saving so confidently his position. Very nice. But of course, Kong position was winning. He just I don't understand why he not tried to win a f pawn. What's the reason to? I mean, he has possibility to keep to connecting pawns instead of f and h pawn. Okay. And now it's draw. It's theoretically draw like this: King g4, Rook f2, and white keeping his Rook on the third rank simply. Rook f1 and simply Rook a3. Black cannot leave his Rook because we will take, and if he will push his pawn on f2, it's check. Perpetual draw. Okay. Yes. King g4 he played. Sorry, it's a white move right now. Okay, just simply rook a3, rook c3, keeping rook on the third rank, and it's draw. Very nice, very interesting, very interesting round. I really enjoyed. You know, sometimes when you see some games, it's very boring, but this round is really very interesting. So many attacks, so many good end games. It's really very pleasure. Okay, so I think after 2-3 moves, they will agree for draw. Now, right, yeah, this position right now. Okay, some rook c3, rook b3, and yeah, it's happened. Yeah, it's equal. It's equal. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for all of you. Don't leave us. It's to drink coffee, and we will continue after few minutes. Bye. See you a bit later. Hello again. I'm Grandmaster Farrukh Amonatov with you, and let's continue observe Grand Prix, use Grand Prix, and right now start eighth round. And I want to discuss and I want to watch boys action under 14. And I know that Erdem Hobukshanov is leader of the tournament, 6 out of 7, but no moves in his game yet. He playing against Mohammed Abdel Rahim. Uh, okay, so no moves yet. Let's we'll wait some few seconds. If they not will start, we will check some other games. No moves right now. Okay, we'll check some other game. And I also one of the leaders Day Shahil in this category, boys under 14. Makridis Dimitrios, sorry, against Day Shahil. Day Shahil is black. So e4 c5, knight f3 e6, d3. Very, very, very rare variation. d5, queen e2. Okay, knight f6, g3, knight c6, bishop g2. As you remember, the famous, really very famous game between Robert James Fischer against a Magmasuran Mongolian chess player, where uh, Robert James Fischer sacrificed his queen, and it was from this variation, from this opening, very famous. Bishop e7 short castle, b6 e5, knight d7, and c4 immediately. Okay, Makridis playing very, very aggressive. As I remember, Robert James Fischer played very solid this line. He played rook e1, knight d2, knight f1, h4, like this. But Dimitrios playing c4 immediately. Okay, very interesting. So what to do now for black? Okay, maybe simply short castle and playing this position. Yeah, it was in the game. They made a castle, and Dimitrios playing h4. h4 h4 h4. Okay, I already told many times about these things that I'm not big fan to start to play aggressive if I not finished my development. So I want to play knight c3, but same time I'm understanding that after knight c3, black will push his pawn on d4. For example, knight c3, d4, and now knight e4, maybe a bit risky because pawn on e5 will be hanging. So for this reason, maybe my first thoughts maybe was to play bishop f4, and after that knight c3, bishop f4, we're supporting our pawn. But if we will play bishop f4, one typical idea in this type of position for black is g5. Yes, looks risky, it looks like very strange, but it's one of the black idea in this opening. So for this reason, Dimitrios playing h4 first, and for sure his next move will be bishop f4 and knight c3. So h4 is like a preventive move of against g5. And now Dale Shahil is thinking, and he trying to understand which plan he will do in this position. So simply he took on c4. Not sure in this decision. What's the reason to take on c4? I don't know, because right now it's very easy to play for white. Rook d1, bishop f4, knight c3. We have a space. Our pawn on e5. Not sure on this decision. And Dimitrios playing absolutely correct in my opinion. He's simply playing rook d1, preventing any ideas with knight d4. Shahil played queen c7, and of course knight c3 or bishop f4 is possible. Both moves is fine, because anyway black cannot take on e5. For example, knight c3, knight d7, knight takes d7, and if knight takes d7, bishop takes b7, and white winning a piece. Queen b7, queen takes e5. Yes, 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 and yeah, of course, it's happened. It's happened in the game, and Dimitrov simply played a knight c3. And what now? Some knight b5 unpleasant, bishop f4. Not sure, not sure in the decision to take on c4. Even like it was any time possibility to take on c4. What was the reason to do it so fast? No reason. Okay. Day Shahil still thinking, and let's check same age category, but in a girls section. 1 second, I'm sorry. Under 14, honestly, yeah. mm, Oh, very, very interesting variation. I will show you very fast. Abdinova Narmin against Contreras Huaman. E4, c6, knight c3, d5, and queen f3. Some few years ago, one of my students showed me this variation. And for fun, I played some few blitz games like this, even one classical games, and it's really very interesting. It's like generally, of course, it's not great if black will prepared well. This variation is absolutely not dangerous, but if your opponent don't know it, you can win very easily. Bishop c4. White sacrificing piece immediately. I won many games like this in Blitz, and it was not in classical games like DC3, Queen F7 check, King D7, and simply D takes C3. My next move, some Bishop F4, long castle, and attack is really very dangerous. Even maybe position already is winning. So after bishop c4, pawn is hanging on f7, and black played knight f6. Black played knight f6, and now, of course, white pushing his pawn on e5. Some strong players against myself played e6 in this moment. Maybe it's the best move for black. Knight f6, not sure, but okay. Contreras, she played knight f6, e5, and knight bd7. Very interesting. I don't know this move. I won some few games like this. I will show you. D takes c3, e takes f6, and it looks like black winning pawn after pawn takes b2. If white will take bishop b2, for example, ef6, and black simply pawn up. Yes, it looks like this, but the main trick in this variation that white can take on f7. Bishop takes f7 check, like this. Oh, sorry, cb2, and bishop takes f7. King takes f7, and fg7 check. King g7, and bishop takes b2, king g8, and queen g3. Even some few GMs lost against myself like this. It's funny option, but okay, just like in blitz maybe it's sometimes working, but of course in rapid maybe also, but in classical game it's not so great. Okay, so what was then? Contreras played knight bd7, very interesting. Narmin took on f6, and knight e5. Wow, knight e5. And what now? White is pawn up. Oh, sorry, piece up right now, but three pieces is hanging: queen, bishop, and knight on c3. Narmin played queen e2. Okay, looks natural. Knight takes c4, and she took queen takes c4. But why queen takes c4? Why not at least take on g7? Or I don't understood. Fg7 maybe like this. Bishop takes, and after that take on c4. Something like this. Something like this. And white will be pawn up. Yes, of course, pair of bishops and open position. Maybe black will have a good compensation, but at least we won a pawn like this. But Narmin fast. Okay, not fast. She took on c4, and after d takes c3, she's thinking now. Okay, now pawn takes g7 is nothing because black will take on d2 first with a check, and after that, bishop takes g7. So not sure, Nermin. Not sure. At least uh you must take on g7 first, in my opinion. But okay, okay. She's thinking now. Let's will check boys how they playing. 1 second. Yes, yes. And of course, bishop f4. They played a6. Yes, of course, knight b5 is very unpleasant. I can understand him. And bishop f4. And right now, honestly, I don't like black position so much. So many possibilities for white. Knight d4, knight d5 even. Very easy to play for the game. And now white to move. And let's see this position. What to do now? What to do now? What to do now? Knight d5. Yep, it's happened. It's happened. Hmm. It's happened. Queen is hanging. Bishop is hanging for sure. For sure, he need to take because strategically it's not so great to play queen c8 or queen b8 somewhere because after take, knight take, I don't know, maybe even bishop g5, giving really very unpleasant position. Rook e8, and now I don't know, maybe a double rook simply, or maybe take on e7 and rook d6. No, it's really very, very bad position. For example, like this: capture, capture, rook d6. So great outpost square for rook, double rooks, and I'm a bit worried about black position here. Yes, so what else? Nothing else. He need to take on d5, no choice. And even just, yeah, after knight d5, no moves yet. So timing is almost same. So if he will take on d5, and white have a choice to push pawn on e6 directly or to take on d5. Both moves is possible. Let's check cd5 first. Okay, if knight living somewhere, knight a5, knight b4, something, okay, just e6, d6, both moves looks really very well for white. Okay, just e6, bishop d6, for example. We can take on f7, check. If king f7, queen e6, immediately winning. Of course, he can play something like king h8, and maybe after that, knight g5. Oh, why I took on f7 directly? Why I took on f7 directly? Maybe knight g5 first I can play. To keep king on g7, we have always this possibility. No, it's really very unpleasant. It's one option. Even I can push my pawn on d6. It also looks really very well. So what to do? Maybe take on e5 somehow to play this position. Yes, of course, anyway, white is better. Very unpleasant position with so strong d5 pawn, but still playable. Maybe even white can capture, rook e1, second rook going on d1, and we'll try to press. It's like still playable, of course, but for sure white is better. For sure white is better. Okay, let's wait how he will play after knight d5. So, okay, he trying to understand take or not to take, but I think we need to take without any thoughts because knight e7 is coming and then bishop g5, so no choice. No choice. Oh, maybe he calculating that after e takes d5, e6 immediately. If it's not losing, so maybe he will take on d5, e6 immediately. Okay, we'll play bishop d6, capture, and if take there, okay, d4 we have, and it's fine. We have safe pass pawn. We will win for sure this pawn on d7. Then it's fine for black. What else he can do? Rook d5, queen e6 we have. Oh, we can take cd5. cd5. Oh, I missed this move. I missed this move. And it looks really very well for white. Both knights is hanging. Queen on d6 looks really very strange. Mm, yeah, yeah. So, no, but of course it's not losing. We can fight this position, right? I don't know how, but maybe knight d4, maybe knight e5, something like this. Yeah, okay. He took on d5, correct. Correct decision he made. He takes d5, and now his opponent is thinking. So he have a choice between c takes d5 and e6. Honestly, both moves is fine for me. Both moves looks fine, but it's also a problem. You know, when you have a choice between some few moves, uh, it's a problem. When you have only moves, it's very easy to make only move. But when you have a choice, this is a problem because you're thinking which move is better, this one or this one. So it's chance for Day Shahil that opponent will spend a lot of time and okay, just he in some moment this time this he will be in time pressure. Okay, Dimitri is still thinking. Let's continue discussing about ladies games. We stop watching. We stop watching. Yeah. After D takes C3. Yeah, and Narmin took on G7. Hmm. What to say? What to say? Uh, and Contreras directly took on G7. Why? I was so worried about c takes d2 check, and after that bishop g7. But Contreras not care about her pawn. She simply played bishop g7. Narmin took on c3, and they reached this position. Bishop f5, attacking c2 pawn, and Narmin played queen b3. Queen b3, queen b3, queen b3. I don't like moves like this. Mm. Why not knight f3 directly? Just simply knight f3. If bishop takes c2, just short castle. Is it so bad? To finish development fast. But okay. In girls' chess, material is very important. I know it for sure. I know it. So she played queen b3. Maybe at least queen e2, because queen on b3 will be a bit strange, no? I don't like this square for my queen. Queen e2 for me more natural. No idea. Queen b3, but I'm sure that no, okay. Queen b3, queen d5. Wow, so good, so good. And knight e2. And now Narmin developing her knight. If black will take on b3, of course we will take cb3, and we save the pawn. If queen takes g2, rook g1, and we're winning bishop on g7, okay, it's also natural. So what to do? What to do? Maybe long castle. Very interesting. Very interesting position. Long castle, short castle. And what then? And white is pawn up. Why? Why, Narmin? Why? Oh, come on, Narmin. You played my variation so great. You got a pawn, and right now you capturing on d5. Come on, Narmin. Uh what's what's the point? if you wanted to take on d5, just do it right now. Just do it right now. Queen takes, pawn takes, and okay, just play this position. Maybe king d1 if you want to save. Something like this. But if you played knight e2, and after long castle, you capturing on d5, for me it looks a bit unlogical. Because after queen d5, for now, black have a choice. C takes d5 or rook takes d5. But even rook d5 is much better, because now how we will save our pawn on c2? Narmin, come on. What you doing? What you doing? Okay, it's not. It's not like really very blunder or something, but I think she thoughts only about cd5. But rook d5, I think she missed. She missed. Pawn on c2 now is hanging. Okay, maybe bishop e3 she can try to play. Bishop takes c2 and bishop takes a7. Maybe she can try to play like this, but black piece is so active. Not sure on this option. Maybe rook d8, rook d1, rook d2. Not sure on, Nermin. Not sure on your decision to take on d5 right now. Just make castle, just make some other move, bishop e3 or something. But why are you capturing on d5 right now? Hmm. Oh, I got her point. Maybe she thought before king on e when opening king was on e8, pawn was hanging on b7. But after long castle, not necessarily keep queens on a board, and she took maybe for this reason. Maybe for this reason. Okay, we'll wait. Oh, she's still thinking, and her timings is not so great. She have only 3 minutes against 8 minutes of Contreras, and position is really very good for black now, I think. Knight f4. Okay, what to do? Rook d7. Probably she will play rook d7 or rook d6. I don't know, somewhere. Still pawn is hanging. So maybe not so great position for white. Or even rook e5. Rook e5, bishop e3. Bishop e3. At least we're developing our pieces. So okay, rook d6. I think she will play. And what then? What then? Okay, rook knight d3. Oh, I find very easy equalizing. Knight d3 now. Yes, like this. Takes, rook takes, simply king e2, rook d8, and bishop e3. And this position we never will lose. After that, we can try to push our pawns on the king side, maybe a4, a5. So this position is totally equal. And okay, no risk for white, especially when you have so less time. So it's good to simplificate position, I think, because it's a bit risky. It's a bit risky. Okay. Uh, okay, rook d7. Contreras played. And okay, knight d3. Knight d3. Narmin, just play. Perfect. Perfect. Sometimes I'm feeling that players listening myself, but I want to say, for all players, sometimes I'm making mistakes, so don't don't follow my words always. Okay, joking. What else? Okay, knight d3 is fine. So I think Nermin will save her position very easily here. What about gentlemen's? What about our gentlemen's? Let's check. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. What happens? What happens? Uh, where's the piece? Where's the piece? We sacrificed knight on d5. I remember it, but but then what? Uh, let's check. Let's check. It's in my opinion very interesting. How was there? So position was like this, and what then? And what then? Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Let's check. Takes. It was in the game. Yes, yes. Okay, bishop d6. Yes, we discussed. Oh, and I remember that we discussed about bishop takes d6 and then rook e1. Yes, like this. But Dimitrios keeping his dark square bishop on a board, and he played bishop c3. Okay, okay, maybe not so bad. Maybe not so bad. f6 directly block against dark square bishop. h5, rook e8, queen g4, bishop c8, and queen h4. So right now h6 is coming, and it's really very unpleasant. h6 and rook e1. Okay, bishop f5, and now he took on f6. Wow. 2 2 2. Let's see. Bishop f6. Bishop f6. I can understand Dimitrios that they one of the leader, and of course by white color, everyone want to beat him. But bishop f6. Bishop f6. As I told you, bit, 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 bit. No, I don't understanding this move really. If it's not winning immediately, then it's not must be well. I said you a bit early that I hate to sacrifice material in a better position. I'm feeling that white position slightly but better. And I prefer to play without any risk, without any sacrificing. I don't know how, honestly. Maybe bishop e4, I'm thinking. Capture rook takes, and then second rook coming on e4. So something like this I prefer to play. Okay, bishop f6. Bishop f6, take, queen takes, and simply rook f8. Simply rook f8. Okay, queen f7 we can't to play. Bishop is hanging. Okay, maybe rook f8 tempting move. Queen h6 and rook d8. And rook d8. Wow, like this. Rook d8. Just simply save the rook. Simply save the bishop. And he planning for sure to play something like queen g7 and exchange the queens. Okay, very interesting. f4. f4. Why f4? Why f4? You're piece down. So my logic is like this. I'm piece down, so I need to keep as maximum as possible pieces on a board, because with a lot of pieces on a board, I can create something. But f4, like giving chance for black to trade the queens, no? After queen g7, we're forcing him to trade the queens. Oh, I don't like Dimitrios. This move, f4, no, not sure. Maybe something like queen d2, then double rooks, maybe bishop e4, maybe, okay, at least trade one of their um, good piece of opponent. But f4, not sure. Not sure. Queen g7 happened in the game, takes, and now bishop f3, okay, g4, he planning to push, rook e8. Shahil simply ignoring any g4 ideas. He not care about these pawns. King g2 or bishop d7 I don't like. I like to push my pawns. If I not see any threats, so just follow your, I mean not follow, just push your pawns. Play on the side where you are stronger. So c4, b5, b4. Try to create pass pawn. But bishop d7, it's too much. It's too safely. Maybe, okay, I got his idea. I think he want to trade the rooks and then again to play rook e8. Maybe this idea is like this. Okay, and again, bishop f5. Check. Maybe I'm missing something. Oh, wow. So nice trick. King h6, his idea. If black will take on h6, bishop takes f5. Rook takes f5 is not possible because rook on e8 is hanging. So rook e1 for sure. Rook takes. Rook takes, and suddenly rook e6 is coming. And double attack and the white winning piece. So nice trick. Nice trick. What to say? Uh Shahil find it. He played king g6, capture, and now king f3. Ooh. And now pawns really very strong, right? But okay, can I play king g6 and win this pawn? King g6. Maybe I'm missing something, but it looks well. So waiting king g6 from Shahil. Yeah, he did it. King g6. Dimitros. Oh, Dimitros played rook e6. Capture. And now, okay, now Shahil is thinking. So what to play and what to do now? King h6 looks absolutely natural move. After king h6, white will try, of course, prepared pushing pawns, maybe king e4. Some ideas to bring king on d5, c6 inside. Mm, I don't like some few Shahil moves. He played in this moment bishop d7, and after bishop e4 going back on f5. So it looks really very strange. Okay, but it's happened, and now position like this, Shahil is thinking. So I think necessarily move king h6. Anyway, we need to play, so no choice. So no need to spend a time and take this pawn. In my opinion, yeah, okay. It's after my words, Shahil took on h6 immediately. Okay, which possibilities, which opportunities I see in this position? Okay, rook d1, yeah, it's of course also necessary move. Also, we can make without any thoughts. So what to do? Rook d8, because not so pleasant to give chance for white rook to go inside. But after rook d8, we're making weak. I mean, not to. Oh, he played. So, I'm not sure on this move. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe g4, maybe f5. Oh, I like f5 move. What's idea? If, for example, opponent will play king g5 and I want to capture, and some small trick e7. And now black cannot to play rook e6. My pawn is controlling e6 square. But of course, it's a joke because black can play king g7. And after that, this option is not working. And he will block pawns like king f6, and after that, I think white white will get a big problems. Okay, what else I can do? What else I can do? Maybe simply g4. Okay, it's transposing in the same position, king g6, f5, king f6. I see. But not necessarily to play. But not. I want to play g4, king e4 like this. I don't know which move is the best and I can make first. No idea. Oh, already Dimitrios played. Sorry, no, he played king e4. Shahil played king g6, and he made a check. King f6 and g4 simply. G4 simply. So, what to do now? What to do now? b5, b5, b5. Oh, what about same variation? g5, my option. King g5, rook takes e7, but it's not working because queen and king on same file, and after rook d1, black will win easily. After e8 queen, rook e1 is coming, so it's not hard to find. But anyway, I thought about it. Okay, how I can push my pawn on g5. G5 now, king g5, rook g1 check. What is this? Oh, maybe it looks interesting. G5 check, king G5, rook G1 check. And what to do? If you will leave somewhere on H5, H5, H6, never mind. Of course, I will push my pawns, and we saw two strong pawns. I'm sure it must be winning. King F5, my next move. Some threats with checkmate. Some threats to push my pawn on E7. Looks absolutely well. What about King F6? I saw check, king e7, check, king f6, king f6, king f6, king f6, and rook f7, king move, and ef6. What about this position? It's not winning. It's not winning. King g6, maybe. King g6, king g6, rook d7, takes, bishop c7. Yeah, it's not working. King g6, king d5. No, discover is not working. But what about king d5? Oh, it's too much. It's too much calculating. It's too much calculating. Yeah, in time pressure, when you have only 2-3 minutes, it's really very tough to calculate variations like this. Yeah, maybe rook h1 is better. Rook h1 with the idea to bring a rook somewhere, rook h7 or rook h6. Yeah, so maybe rook h1 is absolutely normal and human move. Okay, let's check. Oh, what? Wait. Dimitrios played rook g1 like this. Rook g1. Okay, rook g1. So g5 is very unpleasant. Of course, we need to stop it. Rook g8. Shahil played. Yes, 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 Shahil. Good job. King d5. Perfect. And now bishop e7 like this. So he stopped white pawns. And what then? And what then? And what then? And then he will try to push his pawns. Okay, king c6, king b6. Maybe white can try attack these weaknesses like this. Dimitrios is thinking right now. It's a very important moment of the game. Bon. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Before he's thinking, let's we'll check what about our girls, how they playing. Oh, Nermin is exchange up. How it's happened? Can we check? Yeah, knight f4, rook d7. She played knight d3. Yes, yes. Bishop capture. Oh, I think she she tricked her opponent with bishop d4. I see. Yeah. Nice. Very nice trick. Bishop d4 takes, and okay, right now, Narmin is exchange up. So it's should be okay, not totally winning position, but position with a big advantage. Rook b4, rook b1, and okay. Contreras took on b2. So exchange up for two pawns, and black. If black will make a draw, so this will be really very good result. D4 is correct. I like it. F4 is correct. Making threats. G5 is coming. King D6. Yes, E6. So why rook B1? Why rook B1? Narmin. Black for sure dreaming to play king c6. And why you helping for your opponent to play king c6? What's the reason? Push your pawns h4, g5, I don't know, something like this. But what's the reason to play rook b1? King c6. Oh, they have only seconds. Okay. Now I just I forgot about timings, honestly. Why not f5? Who can tell me why we're sacrificing pawn? Narmin, come on. Come on, Narmin. Maybe she thought that after bishop f4, she will play rook f1 and bishop leaving, rook takes f7, but her opponent will play e5. Oh, no, Narmin. I know that it's tough, it's stressful, really, in time pressure to play positions like this, but why are you sacrificing material? Okay, e5. Yeah, I think this position is losing. No chance for pawn till e3. Maybe that. After that, maybe even b5. No, it's really very bad position. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. So h5. And slowly bishop f2, then e3. Black will play. Even e4 maybe now. Possible. Yeah. Okay. So I think Narmin will lose in this position. We'll check boys games. They playing really very interesting end game, and it's already wow, how it's happened. We stop watching after bishop e7. Yes, king c6. So even I recommend for white to play like this because I don't see any other options for white. So he played king c6, c4, king b6. Okay, before maybe a3 to play. Maybe a3 somehow to prevent b4, somehow to prevent creating postpone in this position. Okay, a3, of course, maybe something like c3 and bishop takes a3 then, but after that, king b6. Because now black have a really very dangerous postpone, and I'm not sure that it will be so easy for white now to hold position even. So no, sorry, they're planning to bring bishop on b2, and after that, black rook will be free, and something like rook c4, rook g4, all pawns will be hanging. So not sure in Dimitri's decision. So how was great his position, and look at now, Shahil, interesting, very interesting. Okay. Oh, already they made some few moves. Let's check. King b5, king g5. But king g5, why? I'm not sure that we're planning to take a pawn on g4. But okay. King a4, bishop b2, and bishop f6. Okay, saved pawn. Yes. Check. Okay, check. And now he's thinking. King c4 not so pleasant because rook b2 is coming. But what is pleasant? King a2. King a2. What about king f5? e7. Oh, maybe it's wow. Shahil without any fear, with cold heart playing. Oh, I got his idea. Simply he want to bring his king on d3 and push his pawn on c2. Very interesting plan. Very interesting plan. Yeah, of course, King A2 was totally wrong move. Totally wrong move. How he bring his king on the last file, and king is very weak there, first of all, and he's cut. Yeah, yeah. So I think Dey Shahil will win this position. So what's the problem with king e3 or king e4 first? Simply attacking pawn, just trying to force him to make some move. And after that, maybe king e3, king d3 is coming. Or maybe even bishop d4 first. Bishop e5. Bishop e5. And what about rook h3 check? Oh, rook h3 simply king e2 and no checks, and c2 is coming. Very smart. Very smart, Shahil. Okay, nice game. Nice game. King c, rook c2 and simply king e3. Next move. Yeah, perfect. Very great technique from Shahil Day. Okay, what looks like easily winning position, and I think um, after few moves, Dimitrios will resign. Okay, e7 is nothing. He will play king d3 simply. King d3, rook somewhere, rook g2, and c2 is enough. C2 is enough. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Mhm. Yeah, c2, king d2, and c1, finishing the game easily. Yeah, Shahil doing it. So what about girls? Oh, they still fighting, but 3 pawns. 3 pawns is too much. Too much, Narmin. Yeah, position is losing, and Narmin, I think, will resign very soon. H2 and H1 finishing this game. Okay, let's will wait till the last move. H2 happened. So as I told you, maybe last chance to to play till the uh, till 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 the mate, because who knows? Maybe can of course it's a joke, not necessary to play like this if it's a losing position. Yes, Narmin, I'm really respecting you. Yes, you played really very fine game, but suddenly in the end game, you not saved your position. So, and what now? Um, So wait, how it's happened? Rook c2, king e3, e7, king d3, rook c1, and c2. Yes. So Dimitrios pushed his pawn on a6. Why bishop f6? Why not simply king d2? Who can tell me? Who can tell me? But okay, I think any move is winning. Bishop f6, take on e7. Yes, and okay, rook a8 and take on e7, it's more than enough. Rook a8, for example, white cannot take on c2 anyway, because rook b7 check is coming. If he will play king b2 first, same story. Same, okay, just check first, and again, we're capturing. Only one pawn is alive in black position, c pawn, but this pawn making the game. Yeah, and Makridis Dimitrios lost so good position, but okay, it's a game, so maybe next time he will be stronger. But and congrats for Deisha Hill. He won very important game in my opinion by black color from the bad positions. He saved first, and after that, after some few mistakes of opponent, won his game. So what else? Some interesting games is there. Oh, some games which is running. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Wow. Look at this end game. So interesting. Okay, okay. Girls action under 12 playing this position. Very interesting, you know. Okay, of course theoretically it's a draw, even if black will sacrifice his knight anyway, as this position will be equal. But okay, just it's a rapid game, so 50 moves. White can play easily. But I maybe I can't remember any end game like this. Okay. And one more very interesting end game looks here. Kali Ahmed Al Nas against Kirtadze Anastasia. So white white two rooks for queen. White two rooks for queen and two extra pawns in black. Oh. So brave. So brave, Elnas. You're not scaring that you will lose your rook. A queen d2, what you will do? King cannot go on the third rank because queen d3 is coming. King cannot go on f1 because queen d3 is coming. So king h1 or king g1. King g1 and what? Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Only but enough move. Okay, also king h1 maybe was possible. Okay, but just now it's not so bad. Maybe next white move will be h5, and after that he can keep rooks on the fifth rank and just black cannot to make something. Okay, okay. But why like this? Why like this? Why not on the fifth rank simply two rooks and okay, just waiting. And now white black pieces is bit active. Oh, and directly losing pawn on a5. Or maybe it's not possible to take. No, why not? It's possible. Queen takes a5. Queen takes a5. Rook e f4, king g6. So it's okay. Rook 8. 8 e6. Okay, at least king f7 always I have. No. Elnas, why you sack your pawn? Of course, you not sack. You lost this pawn, but anyway, like, not sure. Not sure. Ah, she was forced because rook was hanging on e5. Yeah. King h7, and okay, just try to get counterway. Try to get counterway. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, maybe very nice idea. She want to keep rooks on the fourth rank. And even with two pawns up, maybe it's not easy to win. Maybe even it's draw. Oh, very nice. Very nice idea. Very nice idea. Okay. What then? So anyway, black need to play in some moment g5 and go forward by king. Interesting. Interesting endgame. Interesting endgame. Mm, so maybe it's time now. G5, pawn takes, and playing like this. Capture. Okay, white need to keep rooks only on the fourth rank, as way they they can lose one of the rook g7 and king g6. My next move will be something like king h5, and then somehow attack a rook on g4. Maybe still it's draw, but I don't see any improving for black. Yeah, it's happened, and Kirtadze Anastasia played g5. Takes. So rook g4. We need to play. No choice. No choice. No choice. Okay, Rook F2 is too passive. No. Okay, quickly, quickly. 30 seconds. Oh no. Oh, she made the check on F7. Oh, it's a bit risky. It's not bit risky, it's very risky. Like this, but it's not perpetual. She will push her pawn on A4. A4 now, and Rook cannot take because Queen C2 is coming. But if Rook E6, King H5, it's not dangerous. Rook H7, King G4, Rook E4, King F5. Mm, two rooks can win against king if your king on the last rank. But if your king near the center, they can't to checkmate or even to make perpetual. Hmm. Okay, and okay, right now this one position. Uh-huh. So, so. Anastasia's thinking right now where to bring her queen. Okay, check. Looks natural, right? Two times check and then g4, king h4, something like this. I prefer. I prefer to play like this. Yes, king g2, for example. And now, g4, simply slowly going forward. Or a3, I don't know which move is better first. A3 is fine also for me. Yeah, okay, just it's happened in the game. King g2, a3 she played. Elnas playing rook c7, rook e6, but now again check and d5. No. Queen d5 and a2. It must be winning. It must be winning for black. Oh, wow. Elna, so great, so great. Look, even in this position, she's searching some possibilities. For example, A2 and suddenly Rook H2 checkmate. Wow. So nice. Anastasia find it and she played Queen B3 check. Yeah, it's correct. Rook E3 and Queen B8 check. Okay. So King G2 for sure. What else? Oh, I got her. And now Queen A8 check and A2. Anastasia, so good. Ah, no. Oh. Queen A8. But same idea, but she played Queen A7. Okay, okay. Oh, Anastasia. Of course, Queen A8 check, and after that, A2 is easily winning. Queen A7, okay, I don't know. Maybe it's also winning, but let's check. Oh, so it's draw now. Oh, Anastasia. Ah, she forgot about Rook H3, I think. She thought that White cannot to play in this moment Rook A2 because Rook is hanging. But I think she missed that White can make a check, and after that it's uh, easy to play Rook A2. Rook A2, and now when White will win this pawn, this will be easily drawn. Black cannot win this position with a one only extra pawn. No. Of course they will try maybe, but generally it's of course the draw. Yeah. King H4 she played, but okay, King G2 simply. Even White can play only King G2, King H2, and no any progress for Black. Or maybe Rook G4 now. Rook G4 and take on G5. No. Why? Why? Why not Rook G4? and take on g5. But okay, anyway, it must be equal position, equal, easy draw. Just king g2, king h2, nothing else. Yeah, it's so big fight, so big fight, and both girls tried very hard. Anastasia tried really very hard. Only one more move, and it will be enough. But she made mistake. Elnas, of course, it was equal absolutely before, but she gave some opportunities for the opponent, and she after that it was bit tough, but okay, she did it. So I think it will be easy draw very soon. So let's will wait till the last moment. uh who else is playing? Check, give me a second. I'm checking. Maybe some interesting end games. No, not interesting end games. Okay, yeah, some kind of last game, I think. No any other games. Checking now. No. Okay, so it's last game. Let's will wait. Uh so no any ideas in this position for black. Just quite simply keeping king on h1, h2, and no any progress. Oh, maybe now king queen f2. Just play queen f2. With a simple idea to take on g3. Anastasia thinking, so searching some other possibilities maybe, but no, not sure, not sure, not sure that she can find something here. So what happened? uh they made some few moves or not? Sorry. Oh yeah, rook d3. Yeah, queen f2 was, and rook d3. Oh, yeah, sure. And okay, what to do? What to do? Maybe g3, last chance. G3, who knows? Maybe she not will take. Anastasia trying to bring king somewhere, but it's not possible. Again, rook g3. Oh, rook c3. It's fine. It's fine. One queen cannot make something, so for this reason, this game will be draw. And black cannot bring king inside. Two rooks cutting everything. Okay, she trying to make something, but it's not not possible. But it's not possible. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But if you will try to play something like this very hard, you can also chance to lose the game. You can forget about timings. You can, I don't know, lose connection. So it's a bit risky always. If you see that position is totally equal, so not necessarily. Oh, and now she can make a trick. You see, queen e2, for example, and rook takes g4. And if queen takes, rook a4 is coming. Oh, it's trick. It's trick for sorry for black now. Oh, what happened? It's happened in the game or not? Oh no, queen f1. Sorry, queen f1, and right now this position. Oh no, wait. Rook g3. Oh, okay, yeah. So Two times they repeated, and okay, just so it was very interesting evening. Yeah, okay, Rook takes G4. Take it. Take pawn. uh, Many interesting games was some few very interesting end games even. Okay. And now maybe new generation will understand that they need to learn end games because so very often, like yeah. So it's over. So thank you very much for all of you. It was 7 and 8 round today. It's really very interesting. I like it so much. Today was a few interesting games and very very interesting end games even. It was very good. See you tomorrow. Goodbye and follow us. Bye.